I'm just giving you another second to read the title of the video. Did you look at the thumbnail? So we all know what we're talking about. We're all here that want to be here. No surprises? Okay, let's get into it. Hey, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and it's Women's History Month, so what better time to talk about women's health than now? Side note, if this is an autoplay from my most recent video, you're gonna be like, how does she have a wash and go all of a sudden? Yes, I need to update y'all. This is me sitting here with a fresh wash and go that I finally achieved, and I will be doing an updated video to figure out how this was possible, because I definitely spent the last million bajillion years saying that I could never achieve it. More importantly, into the video. Where did this come from? I was thinking back to the videos that I posted in the past. I was using a menstrual cup that had, what was it called? A valve. It would basically empty out the cup without you having to take it out during the day or whatever, and it was such a genius thing. It was super interesting and innovative, as I say, and I just realized that I don't think I have that cup anymore, but it got me to thinking like, oh, I haven't done anything in that realm in so long, so I wanted to kind of bring it back into play because women's health is super important in general. And I think trying out these products and stuff like that is helpful to people that might be in a similar situation, or, you know, don't have anyone to talk to about it, or are curious but don't know whether to try it. So here I am trying out new things. I do wish that I still had that menstrual cup because I kind of want to try it again. I ended up going back to using the Diva cup, and that's what I use now, but I just remember looking on Amazon and I found it and I was like, this menstrual cup has a valve, like what? And overall it was pretty easy to use. I mean, it was just a little bit longer to, you know, to put in, but it was really convenient to empty it out throughout the day just by squeezing the little opening. Anyway, I have the Diva cup again, and that's the one that I use. I tried other cups, they didn't really work out. That's another trial and error thing, is finding the right cup for you. Other videos that I did, I tried period underwear, which is actually really in the news right now, and I'm glad I didn't try those brands that are under fire because apparently they weren't eco-friendly and apparently there's chemicals in there. That's really disappointing and deceiving because it's like, we're trusting you with our bodies. The least you could do is be truthful. What I do still have though, I have reusable pads. They're the same ones that I had years ago. I don't even remember the brand, but I'll link the video if you're curious. There's probably better things out now, but it's kind of just like, oh, when I go to sleep at night, I'll just snap that in instead once I've taken my cup out, and then I just can wash them and dry them on their own, which is really great. I was on my cycle, I was looking on Ulta, and I saw a category for like down there care, and I was like, what's in there? Like, I'm curious. So I started scrolling through their products and I came across these two that I'm going to be talking about today. This is from the brand Love Wellness. These are called suppositories. If you don't know what that is, not something that you take orally, but you put it inside of you. Down there care, hello. And it's supposed to help things like your pH levels, maintain those yeast levels, bacteria, good bacteria. But I will pause the video right here to say, above all, go see a doctor. If you have any questions, go to your gyno, go to your primary care. This is just purely anecdotal of my own experience. I personally didn't know that you could have like a probiotic for that you could put in. I know there's probiotics that you can take orally, but I didn't know there are probiotics in this manner. So I'm gonna go through each of them. And there's something else that I did get to, and again, I'm not gonna advertise anything. I'm just saying the things that I got because I'm not a doctor. So this first one stood out to me. It's called The Killer, which sounds intense. It's boric acid suppositories. Maintain normal levels of yeast for a healthy environment down there. And something that you should know about this is that it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. Now, what I did learn after the fact, and if you don't already know, I'm vegan, so products that I use, all of that, I'm shooting for cruelty-free and vegan. What I realized after I've already bought this and used this is that it does contain gelatin. That is how the capsule is made. Gelatin is a no-go for me as a vegan, but I already bought it. Mistakes happen, save my little intention, and I move forward. If you don't know, gelatin is like boiling of animal skin and bones, etc. So not something that I like choose to have in my environment. It's safe, gentle, fragrance-free because it's made without essential oils or other irritating ingredients. Another pause. What many people use this for, as I was doing my research, is for bacterial vaginitis. I hope I'm saying that right. I'll have it like up here just in case. BV. To my knowledge, I do not have that. I won't be able to speak on that type of experience, but you can also use this right after your period. You can also use it after sex. I'll show you what it looks like. It's like a capsule, basically. I did 4 days of these, as you can see. Little jokey joke. I'm taking a supplement that looks similar to this. So in the morning, I was like, all right, we got to keep these at opposite ends because I'm not about to cause myself to have to go to the hospital. All right, how do you use it? So basically what you do is you pop it in. It's best at bedtime, they say. They also say to wear like a thin pad or something like that. So if you have any discharge or anything that comes out eventually, like, because it will, it'll be in the pad. It's very easy to do. This is super tiny, should not really be an issue. If you're already using menstrual cups, if you're already using tampons, etc., you really shouldn't have a problem. Common question, is it gonna fall out? It's not. Like, she's got it. And my assumption is that it's dissolving in there, doing what it's gotta do, and then it'll eventually like come out, you know, with your discharge, and you move on from there. They do say like, oh, make sure your bladder is empty at night before you put this in. I drink a lot of water, so I was like worried when I had to use the bathroom after putting this in, but no, nothing happened. Like, we were all good. And I think you also could just put it higher if you were worried about anything like that. So I did this for 4 days near the end of my cycle, pure curiosity. I was really impressed. Like, literally the next morning I was like, whoa, I already noticed a difference in scent and all of that, you know, your period and whatever. Because this is white, it's not like I could notice it because I was still wearing a pad. In my head I was thinking that it was just coming out overnight, but what we'll get to later is that everybody's body is different, so when this is gonna like come out will just vary person to person. I didn't continue after 4 days because I wanted to try the other one, but I also felt like I think we're good. Like, I'm in the clear, you know? So I was fine. But anyway, very impressed with these. This one, which is Flora Power. Oh, that's a hard one for me. Flora Power is a probiotic and vitamin C suppository. It's supposed to be helping with your pH levels and fresh odor and then healthy levels of bacteria inside of you. They have little charts on the back too, which is really helpful to see what each of them do, so you can compare and contrast when you're deciding which one is for you. So the coloring is a little bit different. They almost look brown or tan. I only did 2 of these because I felt like good to go after them, but there are some major differences, so I just want to chit chat about that. So with this one, they say you can use up to 5 days, so I think you just don't want to you don't want to like overdo it. This one, when it comes out, it's kind of like a mustard color. It doesn't just like come out overnight, but everyone's different. So this is what I was saying before. Everyone's different for when you're discharging throughout the day or whatever you want to call it. So I found that overnight is like not enough time. This is also something that I want to mention about my cycle. Like, personally to me, if I'm laying like this all night, I don't think anything's coming out, but when I get up, oh, everything comes rushing down. This one though, because it's like a mustardy yellow color, I noticed that the release of all that was much like later in the day sometimes. I have a funny clip of me like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like walking around Grand Central and suddenly I'm like, whoa, okay. So I didn't have a pad on and I was like, great. Cool, this is wonderful. I think it's worth like trying both out of curiosity, but obviously if you have one more concern than the other, since this one said it was specifically like for your period, then I would like stick to this one. But this was cool too. And so now moving on to the test thing. Now, I think I did about 4 tests. Before doing any of the Love Wellness, I tested myself. So it was the very first time. I'll insert footage of that here. So as I was saying before, it is originally a yellow strip. I am in that green 4.5 range, which is considered normal. I'll probably test it tomorrow out of curiosity because, like I said, I am coming off of my cycle. I mean, this could very well be a thing, but the second or third time when I was actually using this one, it actually came up abnormal, and I was like, what's that about? It was the third time, a couple days later, and that was back to normal, which was cool. And then the last time I used it, which was literally today, swabbed it and it came out with the same similar color. So I'm kind of in like a similar range that I always am in, except for that one time. But you know, I'll keep an eye out on it. One thing I will say for these, which is really great and you don't have to worry about it, there's no irritation like it says. I didn't feel it. There's nothing uncomfortable about it, etc. I know everyone's different, but there really wasn't anything that was uncomfortable. So overall, I think these are great. If you've got curiosity and you want to, you know, check in with yourself and see that everything's smooth-ish, go for it. Try these out. If you have a major issue, go to the doctor. Let's chat if you want down below. Like I said, not gonna give advice. If you have other aftercare things that you like to do and you want to shout it out for women's health, shout it out. Oh, and one final thing, don't use more than one in a day and don't do longer than 14 days for here and 5 days for here. And then for my pregnant friends and nursing friends, this is a no-go for you. There's so many things that are usually a no-go for pregnant and nursing. Always here to chit chat about lifestyle things on this channel. And who knows, if I find another menstrual cup that has the little valve thing, I might try it out again because that was really dope. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.